site design plugin, and that affects a whole range of things throughout the entire site, and is broken up into sections. The header here, the main area, the footer here, and the ID bar down the bottom here. So let's go and have a look and see what settings we've got available to us. So plugins, and you'll see here site design, and there's too many to fit on the screen, so you've just got to scroll up and down, and we'll have a quick look at each section there. So again, like the menu design, you can copy your current design so that you can create an extra copy and play around, and then always switch back to the original ones if you don't like what you've got. Make sure you've always got one selected as default. That will show as default. As soon as you go here, it will go to the default one anyway, unless you specifically change it. You can change the title here to reflect a title that's more appropriate and has more meaning for you if you like. So first of all, as it indicates here, the site. So that's the font that we're going to use. You can select the font. This is the color of the background of the entire site. So that's the white area all around here that you can see, and even down the sides here, that's the background color. The heading colors, so we're looking at blue, and the grouped items on the pages will have an orange color. The tab buttons, they'll be similar to these buttons here, but we're talking about the ones that may appear up in here. They'll be that color. You can choose different colors for different parts of your site. So that's against the text on the background. Again, you just simply click on the drop down arrow there, and you can pick whichever color you like. If you know the code of the color, you can just type it straight in. Make sure you put the hatch symbol in front when you do that. The header, now this is the the header itself, how high it is. The minimum height is 140, but you can make it higher than that if you like. So again, to make sure you know what we're talking about here, that's the height from there to here. So that's that height there. Go back again. And the divider, which is, you can see this little red line I've got here, that's the red bar, or line I should say, just across there, dividing the header from the rest of the site. Now this is the background of the header. You can choose a color, or you can choose a gradient scale from dark to light of a particular color just by choosing the colors here, if you wish. Now, you can't have all three operating. It's either full color or the gradient. So this one would need to be left blank if you're going to use the gradients. You can put an image in there. So to give you an example of having an image in the entire background, if we go to our other site here, that's this image you can see in the background here. That's all one image. It's been put in. That's in the background of our header, so it just shows through. And as we come down, you've got some image positions here. So if the image is bigger than the area that you're covering, you can tell it to position itself so you can see the top left part, the top right, bottom left, bottom right, or the center of it. So you choose one of those options there. We've got it not repeating. You can choose to repeat it across or down the screen if it's not wide enough or high enough, but sometimes that doesn't look too good, so you need to play around with that a little bit. The foreground is another layer sitting on top of that background there. So if I move this down a little bit, so that's another layer. It's like a sheet of glass sitting on top of that. So things like my expression there, the logo, this text, the search box, that's sitting on top of the background. And again, you have some options there. You can turn it off completely so nothing shows there. So you've only got the image in the back. You've got your choice of colors here, from different shade up to a lighter shade to a darker shade using the gradients. In this case, we've chosen transparent so we can see through, like a piece of glass, to see the background behind. So that's the idea there. The type of the font that we're using just in the header itself, just in that foreground with the text on it. There's the two pieces of text, the site title and the subheading. So that's these two here, site title and subheading. Now if you don't put a site title in, you already know that you would normally click on the site title to be able to log into the site, but you only have to click anywhere on the header if there is no site title, and you'll still be able to log in as the webmaster. These are your colors and your sizes of the title and the subtitle, so you can choose your colors. You can put in how many pixels each one is, so you need to be careful there, because you do it too big, you're going to lose some of it. It's going to distort your header to some degree. You can put an image in, just like we've done here. Put an image in over here, might be a logo or something like that. So you can do that there if you wish, and you can see how it looks a bit odd there because of the transparency. It shows up as black here, but over here it shows up as glass, as see-through. Just a little anomaly there. And of course you can browse to include whatever image it is you want to put there using either of the two browse techniques, which I'll go through in a separate video on how to use those. The footer, well, let's scroll down, and there's our footer here. This is grey area. You've got coloured white headings, you've got coloured links here, you've got the coloured tabs here. So that's basically all you're setting here in that particular area. So again, if we go back, there's the background. Oops, sorry, wrong one. And there's the background. It's that very dark grey. I'm not using any of the gradients, so from a light colour to a dark colour, not using any of that. The text, the foreground, the hyperlinks, which is what you can click on to go to other pages, etc. And your titles is the next one down here. So they're the white titles that we saw. The divider, that's the colour of the dividing lines, which is your dividing lines down through here. So you can choose what colour you want those. And the next one we're going to look at is these tabs here, which is your tab button. So it's white on a dark blue background, and it alternates, it reverses when you put the mouse on, so you know that it's a button. And the ID bar, of course, is the bar down the very bottom here. Again, the same scenario, the background colour or a gradient from left to right, going from dark to light or light to dark. The foreground, which is white, which is what we've got here, and the tab button colours there, but we don't have any tabs in there at this stage. So that's a quick rundown on all the different things that affect it. You might need to play around a little bit to get the desired effect, but with all of those tools, there's certainly a lot of scope to create your own header and general design of the site. And of course, once you've changed anything, you need to update for it to update the actual site itself.